Welcome back to another Bourbon Santa video. Today we're going to do a fresh crack. Now this is ASW, and if you've been around for let's see if they're right. And if you know me, I'm kind of shit. 3.5 whole minutes. You know that I love ASW Georgia Heartwood bourbons. Now, those are their wheated mash bill, and it's a sourced wheated mash bill. Now, they may be mixing some of their own stuff in there, but this is their own bourbon. This is the Soloist Fiddler. It's 100 proof. It's pot still distilled, and it is their own stuff. It's distilled and bottled by ASW Distillery, Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I stopped in Atlanta recently on my way up to Nashville Barrel Company to do a store pick, and while I was there, I tried their tasting room Heartwood, and it was awesome, so I bought one. And I tried the Chin Music, the blue label, and I was like, I didn't buy that one. And I should have, while I was there, bought this, but I didn't because I was saving money for Nashville because I knew I was going to buy bottles there, and then I ended up buying other stuff in Nashville. So I didn't buy one of these when I was at the distillery, and I should have. And then I honestly didn't 100% realize that this one was 100% their own stuff, because I knew they used some sourcing blend with their own stuff to make some of their expressions. So once I found out that this was their own 100% stuff, I had my buddy who came across one of these in South Georgia. His name's Chris Ramroop. He's a awesome dude, and I had him grab this for me so that I could review it. And look, I mean, the color of that, holy shamoly, it's so freaking dark. So let me just read the back here to you for a second. We combine the age-old method of copperpot distilling you'll find at traditional single malt houses with the time-honored method of grain-in distillation of traditional bourbon houses to make the first straight bourbon distilled in Atlanta since well before Prohibition. Unlike most bourbons that consist of a vast majority of corn, we decrease the corn and increase the ratio of more flavorful grains. We then use a combination of Char 3 and Char 4 New American White Oak for a virtuoso performance, a 4-grain harmony of corn, malted wheat, malted rye, and malted barley. The result is the Fiddler Soloist, a complex straight bourbon performance unlike any other. Now, let's see if they're right. And if you know me, I'm kind of I'm kind of on a spree of completely falling in love with craft whiskey distillers. And I'm kind of obviously I like stuff from MGP. I like stuff from Buffalo Traces. But craft distilleries are where my heart is drawn to. So when I find out that a little baby distillery that has a beautiful place, if you're anywhere near Atlanta, freaking stop by ASW. Their tasting room, gorge. Okay, friggin' gorge. And looking through the doors into their rick house and distilling area, beautiful. Stop by there. Check them out. Check out their events. Hit up their Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and look at the events that they hold there. And they throw huge parties. Just freaking go and check them out. They have tons of different bottles available that they put together. So, and try this. Let's see. Because this nose is raunchy. Wow. That noses higher than 100 proof. Holy smoke. Now, this is a first crack. I've never had this before. I've never had this whiskey, this bourbon. You saw me open the bottle. I've never had this before. There's a... Oh, what is that? Like espresso coffee? Thick, heavy syrup. That's like spicy. Like jalapeno. Spicy. It's like and bready. Like jalapeno bread. Have you ever had that? Like jalapeno cheddar bread? Hazelnut, cinnamon toast crunch, butterscotch, caramel, that spiciness. Okay, I'm gonna take, ooh, pretty legs, pretty legs. Oh, why? Why is it like that? Oh, oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay. That's wild. Okay, so immediately upon tasting it, this was sitting right here on the shelf. Okay, so just on the shelf. It tastes cold. It tastes like it came out of a refrigerator. Like it was a cooling sensation instead of a hot sensation in my mouth. And then at the transition from mid palate into finish, there's a really like espresso bean note. A little bit of spice. Oh, into that espresso bean. Oh my goodness. Oh, thick, syrupy, rich. Balsamic vinegar is how. Yeah. It's balsamic vinegar and espresso beans. Like really good balsamic, like high quality balsamic vinegar. And espresso bean has that rich texture that just like, man, even on the reflux, when you like breathe out, your sinuses are getting that espresso bean. Wow. This is dumb. Oh my gosh. That's competitive for bourbon of the year for me. That's going to be in my top 10. Wow. Okay. Holy bajoli. Oh my goodness. That's just wrong. It almost... I don't know how to say this, but it doesn't taste like peanut butter. But it almost gives you hints of the mouth feel of peanut butter. The way it like lingers and I don't know if anybody else processes tastes and flavors the way I do. But there's like a kind of a tinginess to peanut butter when you have it in your mouth. Like it's just like your senses are processing it and going, oh, this is like chewy and savory and like it's a weird note that me and my daughter have always called tingy. It's almost a slightly metallic note, but not completely. It's not all the way there. And I kind of get that on this. Oh my gosh, that is, whew, that espresso bean note on the end, on the transition into finish, is outrageous. And it, in a lot of ways, and of course, just ridiculous legs. In a lot of ways, it reminds me of a little bit of cognac. It kind of reminds me of cognacs. I get very vague hints of the copper pot still on the nose. But son of a gun, that's almost so espresso bean that it's almost a coffee liqueur at 100 proof. Wow, that's outrageous. Fantastic. Good job, ASW. I grabbed a couple of Glens while I was there. And, wow, that's going to be a contender this year. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, I hope you have a great day.